The following is an original audio series from Sierra International Machinery, Pile of Scrap, with your host, John Sacco.
All right, back here, our third podcast, 2022 ISRI Convention. I've got the honor and privilege to having the brothers Krentzman. Finally, I get the two brothers together.
That's right.
Michael, David, welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
It's been a while since we've seen each other, my man.
Yeah, it's been a little while. It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. We're back. That's it.
We're back.
Who's the oldest?
Right here.
How much?
Michael, 5 years.
Any other brothers?
No, it's two of us. That's
Just
it.
the two of you?
Yep, no sisters. That's it.
All right. Younger brother, what kind of big brother was he growing up?
Oh, no.
I had some opportunities to take revenge, but it was after a while. I had to pick
He
those
always
spots.
Michael, were you a bad big brother or what? Come on.
I'm sure I had challenges at certain points, but generally, I like to think I was.
Brother
Well, I'm the baby
Brother
of
stuff.
5, so I was abused. I mean, I get it, man. But that's all right. You know, cream rises to the top. But
That's
it's
right.
all good. All right, brother Krentzman, great to have you. How's your dad?
Doing really well, thank you.
Now, is he
Yeah,
still
doing
there
great.
every day?
Took the winter in Florida, 2 months in Florida, but came back rearing to go. So
All right, hold on. My dad would go on vacation in Europe, okay? He never went on vacation. He would always go to Italy because he was from Italy, right? So he'd go and it'd be calm, and then he'd come back.
throw a few grenades around.
He'd always say, this was his favorite line, that vacation cost me $50,000. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, well, we didn't do this and we didn't do that, and that cost us 50 grand. He was the king of that. All right, Dad leaves. Give me the atmosphere.
Peaceful.
Truly, though, we are co-presidents of the company. He's of council, and it's works pretty well for us. I
Okay.
think.
How long does it take Dad to be back before he's pointing out everything you boys did wrong?
I would say day 2 because day 1 there's a lot of mail. You know, there's a lot of catching up. You got to get back in the saddle. So I think you get back like into day 2. Now you have a chance to look around, see everything stupid your kids did. It's that second day is what I'd say.
All right, so, I knew your dad a long time ago. So how old's your dad?
75. Yep.
Is he letting go now? I mean, is he letting you guys really run and do the gig that he does?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's starting to.
How long did it take Dad to finally go, release the grip?
I'll tackle this one. It is a process, not an event, and I'd say that's how it's going. Is it's been happening over time, and I think, over the years he takes more time away and realizes that the place hasn't burnt down, and we're still, running well and profitable. And every time that happens, it's more and more. And by now, I mean it's a partnership of all three of us. Truly.
Well, that's great. You know, I mean, not easy.
No.
5th generation. What? How many generations are you?
So, okay, I can comfortably name 5. My dad named 6, and we might be going back to a Lithuanian horse thief. I'm not sure. But
Are you of Lithuanian descent?
Lithuanian,
Russia?
Russian, a little bit of Russia, a little bit of Poland, Lithuania on my dad's side, really.
So, who came to America escaping what? Or just searching for a dream?
It's funny. We want to understand why my great-grandfather would have come here when he did, because it was before anybody could have seen anything coming.
1890s.
And it was, 1890s. And I think he just felt like there's a better opportunity somewhere else. I've honestly wanted to really understand that for so long.
Okay, my grandpa came in 1911. Okay, I never met my grandpa. He died before I was born. My father came in 1935 to America from Italy. Well, okay, 1935, that was an easy depression. Yeah. Get it, Southern Italy. There was no growth opportunity, right? So you come. But can you imagine that first voyage on that ship?
The guts that takes.
As a kid, really.
And then you land in this country and you're like, what?
Yeah, don't speak the language, and trying to figure something out.
Our great-grandfather, he spoke fluent Yiddish like every other Jew at the time. And then actually when he settled in central Pennsylvania, it actually allowed him to communicate with the Amish in a very similar dialect. And so that was really the beginning of the company. He was riding out into the country and peddling alarm clocks and all kinds of stuff and bringing back scrap. And his backyard became the first scrap yard. But it was that just, sleeping in people's barns if they let him, sleeping in the house once in a while if somebody was really nice, and riding the circuit, coming back. But the language is not having English is the only thing that helped.
Can you imagine? And see, this is a great story because we are the successors of the hard work, unbelievable sacrifice, and quite frankly, the balls it took to do to get to leave their homeland.
That's right.
We don't know that.
No, it's true.
We can be the hardest workers. We can be the most successful, but we will never know what that is.
No, there's a ton of appreciation that comes with that. 100%.
Yep. Our great grandfather's and grandmother's wedding photo is still up, and you walk into the waiting room of our company, and it's the first thing you see.
Where was he from?
Lithuania.
But where?
Birj, I think it was called.
A small town, like fishing village, I believe, outside of Vilnius, the capital.
Okay.
All we really know is apparently he had fishing rights to a lake or something, and was like a bit of a wheeler and dealer, getting people into the lake to do their fishing, and I guess maybe opportunities dried up, or he saw a better opportunity, and boom.
This is I love this story, man. Mm-hmm. I really do, because Mike, you and I know each other a little better than I know you, Dave, because we ISRI'd together, right? And so many of us in this industry, this is what we came from.
Yep.
Came from the courage of other people, and now we carry on. So all right, so tell me the duty separations between brothers, because you can't be doing the same job, right?
Right.
My brother runs our scrap yard, our recycling. I run the equipment company.
Yep.
Great separation of duties, right? And it's working out unbelievable. We're really in the last year, I don't know what it is, I don't know what happened, but it's almost like we have the same identical thoughts on growth. He'll call me and I'm going, that's exactly what I was going to call you about.
And I would say, I feel like we're like that a lot too, that I feel like there were times when my father would feel like there was some kind of conspiracy, but it was not that we arranged our thoughts the same, that we just felt the same way looking at something.
So tell me the separation of duties.
Go ahead.
So I'm more responsible for what happens inside our gate, processing people, equipment, all that kind of stuff, and Michael's more involved with customer focus outside of the gate, relationship driven, looking at scrap supply, industrial customers, all that kind of stuff.
That fits your skill set.
Yeah,
that would say.
It's, and I'd say there's a little bit of, Dave has people he deals with, and dealers and people that he just has that relationship with. And I do not a whole lot in operations, but there's some things I do in our retail experience and whatever else. And I feel really fortunate to have the ability to get out and do some of the things that I go a little stir crazy when I'm in. I love meeting people. One of the greatest blessings I have is that I meet. You would be astounded by you probably wouldn't be, because you're in the scrap business too, but the spread of type of people you meet, and just, I really love that. And some things that are outside of our core business, real estate things that we've done, and we're starting a new venture, a Penn State name, image, and likeness collective.
Oh, really?
To take care of Penn State student athletes. So that's a new venture, and the fact that my brother's doing the homework inside and keeping everything going, keeping the machines going, keeping the people from killing us or each other, it allows me to be able to do some of these things, on both of our behalf. But it's a pleasure.
Okay, now I did not know this. You have another yard from the main yard.
So we've got two primary yards that are both central Pennsylvania, one a little east of Center, Lewistown, which is where you guys put in a 750, and then we've got a yard in Hollidaysburg, which is a little west of Center.
How far away is that?
So if State College, where we live, is the center point where Penn State University is, Lewistown is about half an hour east, Hollidaysburg's about 40 minutes west.
All right, so how you're running the operation, so you got the 2 yards. I did not know that until we talked just the other day on the phone. Mm-hmm. Challenging, exciting. Tell me about the growth of the yards, and what do you find, and what's working where?
We've been really focused on, so we're not, a shredding operation. We're in rural Pennsylvania. We have, a certain amount of flow, and we're always looking to increase that. But our goal is to just be the best torching, baling, and shearing operation we can be, and to drive those costs down, to be the most competitive scrapyard in our geographies and our freight circles. And, I think we're probably subject to all the same challenges everyone else is here with people, availability of labor, the supply chain issues of getting parts if something breaks down, the cost of fuel, and the importance of logistics and trucking and all that. And those pressure points apply to us for everything. But what they've really impressed upon the two of us is the need to be processors, efficient processors, drive that cost down, and that's where we've just been laser focused the last couple of years.
Well, okay, you guys saw George Adams. George, my brother is we have similar philosophies. It's about, you got to get to the ground every month. Okay? At the end of every month, he wants to make sure there's no unprepared. Whether you can get all the prepared out is one thing.
Yep.
Okay? The logistics issue keeps that, a little bit in flux.
Right, pending rail cars,
but you
trucks.
should be able to have the ability to process all your material and be ready to ship at the end. No inventory. He's built his business on that.
Yep.
We've been doing the same thing, but logistically, I've had the same pile of iron. We finally is starting to go because logistically, we've just had container nightmare, in-dump nightmare. Do you do anything by rail?
Yeah.
How's the rail?
I would say we've expanded what we do in rail a very good bit over the last few years, with truck availability being horrible. We have a third yard also that's not operational right now, but we got it rail served in the last year. We're positioned to be able to do a lot of rail car braking there. The limiting factor is hiring people. But yeah, we started buying and leasing a few more rail cars just to, when you look at trucking as a resource, that one rail car is 5 trucks. So those 5 outbound loads, if they become one rail car, those 5 they can become inbound loads. They can become a local outbound load. So it's really looking at it as a resource. We've expanded rail a lot. We're gonna have to do that a little more at our Hollidaysburg yard too.
And I think that's the success of our industry and our type of, necessity is the mother of invention, right?
Yep.
We're putting in a rail spur at Sierra as well as we speak. We got the radiation monitors are in, the rail scales in. We're going to actually start the digging up.
Yeah.
We had an old spur, but it was obsolete too. So we're redoing it, and why? We have to be able to ship our iron to mills outside of just the export, because you can't get containers, you can't get the in-dumps, right? Paper, we process paper. There's paper mills who if we can load rail cars of paper, we're going to be able to ship that. Aluminum, so
yeah. I think for us, rail used to be all about optionality, and now, like you're saying, it's all about necessity. I mean, it's not just to find another home; it's to be able to move the scrap that we have, and it's what it's all about.
We had a challenge at a local mill that really was making it hard for us to do that type of business, and having rail access and getting us to other higher priced markets, it was critical for survival. Really, I would say it wasn't just a luxury, but yeah, it's something we're leaning into more and more, I would say.
All right, tell me about, I'm always curious about rural Pennsylvania in respect to economic activity, population decrease, increase. Where is central Pennsylvania at these days? I'm curious.
I would say central Pennsylvania is doing great. Like, believe it or not, I think we get a bad rap, but we've got some really good manufacturers in our area. Like everybody, limited by people. That's no matter the industry, that's a real issue right now. But we've got some great manufacturing. There are a lot of companies that have locations elsewhere that are routing more production towards us. I think because the people are good. The people we do have are very good. I think land is a lot less expensive than some other places, so it's
proximity to markets, Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Yeah, I would echo that. I serve on a railroad authority that administers short line railroad in 8 counties, and we have a great diversity of industry. The resource industry, of course, Marcellus Shale, the natural gas play in Pennsylvania there's more natural gas under Pennsylvania than there's in Russia, literally. So the energy business, you had a lot of people come into Pennsylvania for the energy business, and of course coal is a big resource and timber is a big resource, but we have manufacturing and everything.
So did they shut down the natural gas in the new administration? What's going on with that?
I would say when the fuel price dropped a lot, the economy itself kind of shuttered that. As we've seen gas prices come back up, it's coming back. The rig counts are good in Pennsylvania right now, and we're seeing even an uptick in frac sand and pipe, the things that flow in to do that work.
Yeah, well, out where we're at in Bakersfield, we're big oil, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody's getting any more permits. They're just throttling the energy sector.
And everybody is cautious just with, when Saudi Arabia went crazy to put out the shale guys. I don't think people are looking to blow up capacity, but it's been steadily climbing slowly, quietly and nicely.
Yes, steady, I would say.
So, hopefully that keeps going. Truly for our country here, like that's what we need is energy independence. We need to get back to that. We've got it,
Yeah, I don't talk politics because it's not what we're here, but a strong energy sector is good for our business.
Oh my God.
I mean, fuel, trucking rates. I mean, roll-off trucks. The lugger truck. Guys, it's our fuel costs at Sierra and our recycling side doubled since Jan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah. I don't know how you deal with that.
Well,
Bake it in.
everybody's dealing with it. And we hopefully there's common sense solutions because it affects our businesses.
Every
and
business.
it really hurts. So, I don't know. Well, look, all of it plays out, taking politics aside, the people that know we need more energy, and we're going to get it. All right, Krentzmans, 5 years from now, tell me about where you guys can be in 5 years.
Go for it.
Oh, man. I'd say, our goal is strengthen from the core, build core strength at both locations, and possibly even, at a third where we're looking to break some rail cars. But just build core strength. I want to. So I understand you got George Adams and his brother coming after this, and I'm very happy we're speaking before him and not after him, because that's not an act we're looking to follow. But taking a page out of his book, I feel like his strategy has just been get better every day, and look where it took him. We're not going to be George Adams, but man, our goal is to be better every single day. Building strength.
Michael?
Yeah, I think our core company will be even stronger than it is now. I think what we define as core competencies will grow a little bit. I see us as being able to be responding to on-site things and doing some things in the rail car and rail space that we're not doing now that I think we can carve out a really good spot with. I think we're going to be good marketers of scrap and be able to grow our brokerage business. We broker to the Mid-Atlantic, Pittsburgh, Ohio Valley, and I see us finding some good opportunities there. There's been some growth in the Ohio Valley with mills, things coming in. And I think that we'll have some things outside the business from an outside venture or two and some real estate. And I think we're going to have happy families and great daughters who are wonderful and good marriages and healthy and happy.
Future sounds good. But you guys are hard workers, man, and your people are your word.
Yep.
I know that.
Yep.
Because we dealt with each other. We know. And, you got your word, man. You lose that.
That's what you got.
Mm-hmm. That's why my dad hammered into me, okay?
Yep.
Look, you're Jewish, I'm Italian, right? Without your word, what do you got?
That's it.
And that's what I was raised. That's what you guys were raised on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite song lyrics is, "All I got is my good name and my family waiting at home."
All right, you segue right into music. All right, you play?
Yes.
Okay, my brother Philip's a great guitar player. I mean, I hack. Who's the better guitar player of you guys?
He's the better natural. He's the better natural guitar player.
Acoustic, electric, what are you?
I'm like 98% acoustic.
When I'm with my buddies, I'm probably 98% electric. Alone on my
you
couch,
go.
I'm probably 75% acoustic. I put my headphones on and listen to and play my electric through my line 6 or whatever, for fun.
Who sings?
Me.
He's got the voice.
Yeah?
I sing with my girls at home, but then
There you go.
not in front of any audience.
Anybody play the drums or anything like piano?
Both play a
We
little
both
piano.
grew up playing piano.
Did you really?
Yeah.
My brother Anthony can play the piano. He's amazing at it. I couldn't get out of middle C. Okay? I can find middle C, but I can't get out of it. I just didn't have I could strum, look, give me a D, A, G, D, C, G. I am king.
Right.
I'll tell you what. So I hope in 5 years I'm playing more piano. But if you want to talk to the best piano player in Israel, you got to talk to Ryan Glant.
Right.
He's the best.
Have you talked to Ryan? I haven't talked to Ryan.
I haven't seen him here. I hope to see him. He was when I was president of the presidents. He was one of the presidents, and he's a Nashville guy. And just he held the entire. Like we came back from all the presidents from a dinner, and there was a grand piano in the lobby, and he sat down, and everybody just like froze. It was so much fun. So there's a guy to have.
Well, that's maybe we should get an Israel band together. Dumas plays.
Yeah.
Who
he's
else
pretty good.
plays? Ryan Glant, Dumas, you, your brother, me, my brother Philip.
We need a drummer and a bassist. It's what life is always about.
Well, maybe somebody listens to this pile of scrap. They're going to go, "Hey, I play drums. Hey, I'm a bassist. We'll get an Israel band together."
That's right. That's right. If you're out there and you're a recycler who can play drums, if you have any rhythm, and you can play bass, give John a call or email me, Michael at Krentzman.net. Let us know.
Yeah, you can find me. I'm not hard to find anymore, I'm not hiding. Oh God, I'm out there. What am I thinking? But you know what? It's great. Thank you, brother Krentzmans, for coming on.
Thanks for having us, John.
I love this. Yeah, I have more fun doing this. This isn't work to me. That's why I do this shit, because I really love it.
That's
John,
awesome.
I'm a podcast nerd. With all the driving we do, I listen to podcasts all the time. First time being on one, so thank you for making my day.
Well, you know what? Thank you, brothers.
Yep.
And really, from my heart, tell your dad I said hello.
Certainly.
I mean, and I wish you two the best of luck.
Thank you.
You know, Godspeed. You're going to do well.
Hey, we love working with you. We love working with your company.
That's
Thank
right.
you for that.
Well, thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate those kind words. But you guys keep going, and hopefully no more pandemic.
That's right.
And the war ends, nothing spills over.
That's right.
And we get to see each other at more ISRI events.
That's
because
right.
It's always a big reunion.
That's right.
It's good to see you both. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks so much.
And that's it for another episode of Pile of Scrap, live from Las Vegas.
This has been a Sierra International Machinery original audio series. Thanks for listening. Please share this podcast and make sure to subscribe.